Welcome to the first video in the Scratch 3 tutorial series. In this first tutorial, we're going to look at making a Scratch account and getting it set up so all your work will save online and you'll never lose anything that you're working on. So the first thing you'll need to do is navigate to the Scratch website, which is scratch.mit.edu. Once you get to this website, you're going to need to create an account. Now, before we go any further, if I do go a little too fast for you, feel free to pause the video, rewind it, and then just catch up on where you missed out. So like I said, the first thing we're going to do is make an account. So we need to click Join Scratch. Now you're going to need an email address for this to work. First thing here it asks you for is a Scratch username. So I'm going to type in Master Class Scratch. You can type in whatever you like though for your username. It just says don't use your real username. Then you need to type in a password. So let me type one in. And it thinks my username is inappropriate. Masterclass S, let's go with that. And then next. Now it's going to ask you for your birth month and year. So you can put that in there as well. Then your gender and the country you're from. And then next. Now it's going to ask you for your email address. So enter in your email address here. Use a real email address because it's going to send you an email asking you to confirm your account once you're done, which you'll need to click so you can save everything. So enter that in and then you can click this one if you want to. I'm not going to click it because I don't want any updates, but you can if you like, and then click next. And once you've done that, just hit the little button that says let's go. Okay, now it's going to say you need to confirm your email before you can enable sharing. So all you do there is go to your email address. They'll have an email in there waiting for you. You click on confirm email and it will bring you back here and that should be gone. So I'm going to go and do that now. Be back with you in just one sec. Okay, now you've done that, it should bring you up a page that looks like this saying that you've confirmed your email. If you haven't done it, it'll keep coming up and asking you before you can share anything. So you will need to do that at some point. Now you should see your email address over here saying Masterclass S or whatever yours says, it will be up there. And you'll see a few different tabs that we have now. One, you've got a little mail tab here, which you can get messages in. You've got one here, which is your stuff. So any projects you work on will go in here. And then you've got one over here that says create. This is the one we're going to use the most of the time. So just to get us started, I'll get you to push on create. Now this is the very first video, which we're going to call tutorial 0 because it's just setting us up. And to name it that, just here at the top we say tutorial 0, and then we go dash and call it setup. So call yours the same, tutorial 0 dash setup. And what that'll do is that'll automatically save that for you. Now the only thing we're going to do in this tutorial is we're going to move one of each bit of block code into the middle from each one of our little side tabs here. So one from motion, one from looks, one from sound, one from events that can go on top, one from control, one from sensing that can go in there, one from operators that can go in there, and one from variables that can go in there. None from my blocks. And we're also going to just set a nice backdrop for the cat. So we're going to click here, and why don't we go surprise? There we go, that'll do. And you can see that brings us to our backdrop tab. Yours may look different depending on the surprise. And then go back to code. Make sure your cat is selected and you should have the code like that. So that's all we're going to do in this first tutorial. You'll see a little button here that says save now. Click that one and it will say saving project. And then I'll get you to click on this little folder thing icon here. And you'll see you've got your first project here that says tutorial 0 setup. So when we get to the end, you'll see you'll have all your different tutorials, tutorial 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, all on this one page that you can come back to, reference to, and so on when you're working on other projects later on. So I hope you got your account set up. I'll see you in the next video.